Assalamualaikum. Today we'll be discussing past semesters question from December 2018, question 1A. Yeah. So December 2018, question 1A. The following are the monthly rates of return for two companies during 5-month period. Okay, we have Kailis Berhad and Corelis Berhad. And based on the information, determine your portfolio's risk and return. That means the expected return and the standard deviation. When the question asks you to determine the risk, so that you have to calculate the standard deviation of the either single asset or a portfolio and expected return. Okay. Determine your portfolio's risk and return if you decide to allocate your initial investment capital equally in both companies. So the weightage for each asset is 50-50. So W1 is 50% or 0.5 and W2 is equal to 0.50. Okay. So we answer the first question. Determine your portfolio's return and risk if you decide to allocate your initial investment capital equally in both companies. Okay. First of all, it is a very good habit. You rewrite back the formula for your expected return and standard deviation of the portfolio. So for the expected return of the portfolio is for a two asset portfolio is W1 multiplied by ER1 plus W2 multiplied by ER2. Okay, so that is the expected return of the portfolio's formula. And for the standard deviation of the portfolio for a two asset portfolio, as usual, the formula for the standard deviation of a two asset portfolio is W1 to the power of 2, standard deviation of 1 to the power of 2 plus W2 to the power of 2, standard deviation of 2 to the power of 2 plus 2 W1 W2 covariance 1 2. So these two formulas, you have no choice except to memorize it, because formulas will not be given in your test or in your final exam. So now your job is very straightforward. For the purpose of this class, we only discuss on Kailis Berhad. Due to time constraint, we will not be discussing both assets, both stocks. For Corelis Berhad, you do it at home. So now our focus is on Kailis Berhad. To calculate the expected return of the portfolio, of course, we need to calculate both returns, Kailis and Corelis. W1 is 0.5 multiplied by expected return of Kailis plus W2 is 0.5 multiplied by expected return of Corelis. Okay. So how do we calculate the expected return of Kailis or the average return? Actually, the more accurate term is average return, because there's no probability distribution here. So if there is no probability distribution, it should be average return or mean, purata, average return or mean. So for Kailis, you have to calculate the average return. How do you calculate the average return for Kailis? By adding up all these figures, you divide it by 5. Okay, so 3.20 plus 3.20 plus 4.20 plus 5.00 plus 7.60 plus 4.60 divided by 5. Be very careful, because I have seen quite a few students who divide it by 4 and minus 1. That's wrong. to calculate the average return, you must divide it by n ataupun number of observations. Kan? So in this case, the number of observation is 5 months. So you divide it by 5. So what is the answer here? 4.92%. 4.92%. Okay. Let's do for Corellis. Corellis, the average return is 5.3 plus, let me put it, 5.3 plus 3.70 plus 5.60 plus 4.20 plus 1.80 divided by 5, and what is the answer? 4.12%. 4.12%. Okay, 4.12%. Okay, let me show you how to calculate the standard. So now we can easily solve this this problem, expected return of the portfolio, by plugging in, masukkan these values here, 4.92, and return for Corellis is 4.12. So let's solve this problem first. So the expected return of the portfolio is 0.5 multiplied by 4.92 plus 0.5 multiplied by 4.12. And what is the answer? What is the answer? 4.52%. Okay, 4.52%. 4.52% here. Please check with your answer scheme. Is that similar with your answer in your answer scheme? 4.52%. Sama tak? Sama, okay. So, similar. So, betul lah. Okay, next I will show you how to calculate the standard deviation of the individual asset for Corellis. For Corellis, you do it at home. Okay, so I just want to show you how to calculate this, the standard deviation of Corellis. Okay, I will erase this. Anybody would like to copy this down? Okay. So I need to change the camera to break the monotony. Nak menghilangkan monotony, so I have to focus on you. Everybody will be watching this video from all over the world. Okay, let me show you how to calculate the standard deviation of Corellis. Sahaja I will show you how to calculate the standard deviation of Corellis. Okay, first you write down the formula. Ri minus E Ri, and Ri minus E Ri to the power of 2. Ri is the expected return. Ri is the average return. Okay, so let me write down for the month of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for Corellis, 3.20 minus 4.92, and then you get the answer and to the power of 2. And then 4.20 minus 4.92, and get the answer and you get to the power of 2. And 5.00 minus 4.92 And then 7.60 minus 4.92, and the last one is 4.60 minus 4.92. Okay, 3.20 minus 4.92, negative 1.72 to the power of 2 minus 1.72 to the power of 2, 2.95 2.9584. 2.9584. Okay, 4.20 minus 4.92, negative 0.720. 720 to the power of 2, what do you have? 5184. Okay, the third month is 5 minus 4.92, 0.08 to the power of 2, 0.08 to the power of 2, 0.0064, 0.0064. Okay, 7.6 minus 4.92, 2.68. 2.68 to the power of 2, 7.1824. Okay, the last one is 4. So we need to keep the this thing on the same row so that we don't get things mixed up. What is the number here again? 7.1824. 7.1824. Okay, the last month, negative 0.32 to the 32 to the power of 2, 0.1024, and you add up all these figures, and to get the variance you add up all these figures and divided by 4 and minus 1, and minus 1. So 2.9584 plus 0.5184 plus 0.0064 plus 7.1824 plus 0.1024. What is the answer? 10.7 10.768 to the divided by 4. 4 is n minus 1, divided by 4, you get 2.692. Okay, to get your answer, to get the standard deviation, so I bring the figure here because we do not have the space down there. So the standard deviation is the square root of the variance 2.692, and what is the answer? 1.6407. 1.6407%. Okay, is that similar with the answer in your answer scheme? Okay, so you get most likely you get the correct answer because the answer that we have here is similar with what we have in the answer scheme. Okay, and then you repeat the same process, the similar process step by step for Corellis. So if you follow the step correctly, I believe you get the standard deviation of Corellis is, so this is a standard deviation of Cayley's. So this is a standard deviation of Cayley's. And what is the standard deviation of Corellis? After you have gone through all these processes, and then you get the answer. What is the standard deviation of Corellis? Look at the answer scheme. 1.5123%. So this I do not show you how to get the figure, but you simply follow the steps like what we did on Kylie's, and I believe you get this answer for Corellis. Okay, once you have all the needed information, now your job is very simple. All you need to do is just to plug in the numbers here. You just plug in the numbers to get the standard deviation of the portfolio. However, there's another thing that you need to calculate, that is the covariance. So there's another step that you have to take, which is you have to calculate the covariance of both assets. So this is a very long and very tedious process, because you have to be extremely careful. If you miscalculate one figure, and the mistake will be carried over to the other parts of the question. So you have to be extremely careful in doing this thing. Here in this class, okay, because we do it together, because one person make mistake, make a wrong calculation, somebody else will correct it. In the test or in the exam, you will be on your own, like you are in Pada Mahsyar. Again, nobody is going to help you. Okay. Now, if you follow what we have been doing just now, we have covered almost every information that we need to know. W we know already. Standard deviation for each stock we already know. But now there's one missing piece of information that we need to have in order for us to calculate the standard deviation of this two asset portfolio, which is covariance between Kylie's and Corellis. How do you calculate the covariance of Kylie's and Corellis? Ri minus ERI multiplied by RJ minus ERG. Kan? I is Kylie's, J is Corellis. So you copy paste of the figures that we calculated just now. Ri minus Ri is the second column masa kita calculate tadi kan. So just rewrite by it. We rewrite back the each calculation tu for 5 months. Baca kan? Please read the month 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ri minus Ri. Just read what we have calculated just now. Negative 1.720 gitu. Okay, what about this one? Negative 0.7200 00 if we want to make it a 4 decimal point. What about this one for the third month? 0.0800, and the fourth month? 2.6800, and the last one, the fifth month? Negative 0.3200. Okay, for Corellis we didn't do it, but we can refer to your answer scheme to get the RJ minus ERG. So this we skip the process because of due to time constraint and this COVID-19 threats. So we have to get out of this class as soon as possible to minimize the risk of getting infected by this COVID-19. Okay, so you just read what we have in the answer scheme on RJ minus RJ. Okay, 1.1800, and okay, the other one negative 0.4200, The third month, 1.4800. The fourth month, 0.0800. And the last month, the final month, negative 2.3200. Okay, you multiply these two, and then Ri minus ERI multiplied by RG minus ERG. So you multiply these two figures, and you get the figure for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what is the figure here? First month, minus 1.72 multiplied by 1.18 here. Minus 0296. Second month, 0.3024. The third one, 0.1184. The fourth one, 0.2144. And the final month, 0.774. Okay, you add up all these figures and you divide it by n minus 1. Divided it by 4. So covariance of IJ is equal to, so you add up this figure for 5 months, campurkan. What is the answer?
Negative 0.6.
Before dividing it by 4.
Yep.
Okay, negative 0.6520 divided by 4, which is n minus 1. So what is the covariance of INJ, or Kailis and Corellis? Negative 0.1630. So now this is the covariance between Kailis and Corellis. Now all the information that we need to have, we already have. Now your job is just to simply calculate the standard deviation of the two asset portfolio by plugging in, masukkan all the numbers here, and I believe you get the answer lah. According to the answer scheme, what is the answer? What is the standard deviation of this portfolio? Okay, we skip this process because we want to discuss other questions, kan? So if you follow the thing, so berapakah jawapan dia? What is the answer for standard deviation of the two asset portfolio? Ataupun you want me to show you how to calculate this thing? Nak tunjuk? Okay, kalau nak tunjuk, I erase this part. This is very simple. All you need to do is simply masukkan saja, just plug in the numbers here, and if you don't make any mistakes, inshallah you get the answer. Okay, so here W1 is 0.5 to the power of 2. Remember, 50% for weightage, don't write as 50, write it as 0.5. Okay, do keep. There are some students who write it as 50. It's okay, you still get the problems, but the problem is you might get confused when the figures getting too big and you do not know to what decimal point you want to put. So to avoid that from happening, you simply say 50% is 0.5 to the power of 2, and standard deviation, what is the standard deviation of Kailis that we calculate just now? Kailis? 1.64. 1.6407 to the power of 2 plus 0.5 to the power of 2 for Coriolis. And what is the standard deviation of Coriolis? 1.5123 to the power of 2 plus 2 multiplied by 0.5 W1 multiplied by 0.5 W2 multiplied by covariance that we got just now, the figure negative 0.163. Okay, so dipendekkan cerita to make things short, you get the answer. Okay, so we go straight to the answer. What is the answer here? Standard deviation is 1.0786%. 1.0786%.